welcome to yesterday's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. My DVR decided to film a marathon of The Walking Dead that I did not authorize it to, filled it up, and General Hospital did not record, so then I had to wait till it went on the app, and it was on the app, and then Saturday was just kind of that kind of day. So we're finally up, we're here. It's not as late as it seems. It's only a little after 6, but nighttime happens sooner now. So let's get right to it, because I know you're like, come on, Kylie, you made us write this song, just get right to it. At Kelly's, Curtis shows Jason the video. He got additional footage from a store manager across the street from the floating room. So many videos. A homeless man in the area that probably wasn't interviewed was in the area. Sorry, it's one of those days. And then something about either him or someone else having a Chinese food bag and throwing it away, and it was like super suspicious timing, and like, where's that bag of food, or like food, you know? So Alexis leaves Kelly's and spikes her coffee, because that's the only way she's gotten through the day. In the back alley of somewhere, Jason and Curtis are going through the garbage, because apparently these dumpsters are like put there in September and aren't picked up till January, which sounds pretty gross, but what are you gonna do? They're able to get, you know, clues, so I guess it's okay. Curtis is very not okay with this and just kind of does more talking than looking. And I love them. I really do. I thought Dante and Jason had great. Oh my god. Jason and Curtis. Love it. And Curtis is super funny. And Jason seems to find him amusing. And he sees a rat and winds up like jumping out of the dumpster, but like onto the wall. Like Curtis is Spider-Man or something. Like, I don't even understand. So Curtis finds a collectible glass. And I'm like, okay, that totally be me. Because that's like when I'm cleaning up just like my room or something in my house. I'll find something like from forever ago. And I'll be like, oh my god, I have to put this aside. I'm looking at it instead of doing what I'm doing. So Jason finds the bag, and there's bomb making supplies in there. What are the chances? And maybe some prints are preserved because it was in a plastic bag. And I was like, we can only hope. At Sunny, Snow comes over and Sunny gives her necklace. She feels so guilty. And then he does too, but like legitly. And she can't sleep at night because the truth would hurt Sunny and Carly's connection. And the last thing she wants to do is hurt their connection. And, you know, she's going to totally keep the secret. So he figured out a way to resolve the situation. So he gives her an envelope. And there's a job waiting for her in Atlanta that she can start immediately, because he like called a person who knew a person who knew a person. And she can teach again, and, you know, for a higher salary, which sounds great. And she's like, you can't make me go. And I was like, girl, if you really want to go, you would so take that offer in like 2 seconds, but you shady. So she has nothing in Atlanta, and, you know, she has found a purpose in Port Charles, and Atlanta would just be a reminder of screwing that all up, and she wants to continue building a life here. And I'm like, ugh. So Sunny, he's like, I wasn't forcing you to go, I just want to give you an option. And she has to go now because apparently it's the 12th and she has to go meet Michael. So she asks for some tea because she's so lightheaded, and as he's like going, she rifles and gets her phone real fast and then makes him say something about their secret, and she records it, and I'm like, ugh, I can't. So now promises to stay quiet, and then Jason walks in. So at General Hospital, Ava comes over, Julian's being released, and she made accommodations for a nurse to come and take care of him at her apartment, and she did like all these interviews to make sure they were trustworthy and just put a lot of time into this, and he's like, haha, I got someone. So he's in good spirits, and she's skeptical of this whole thing. And Alexis comes in, and she gets Julian's paperwork, and she brings it to Griffin. He's like, okay. And Ava is super confused as well. So she lectures Julian, and he's too calm. Why is Alexis agreeing to this? This is ridiculous. You tried to kill her. And then Ava puts 2 and 2 together, because as much as I don't like her, she's a smart person, and she realizes that Alexis is the one that ran him over, and she thinks Alexis is gonna kill him again, or try to kill him again, except this time in her apartment in private, because if she would do it in public, why wouldn't she do it in private? So he believes Alexis when she says it was an accident, because he knows she was drunk, but he's leaving that part out when he's telling Ava, and Ava doesn't believe her. Why would she? And he says he just knows Alexis is telling the truth, and she thinks he's keeping something from her. And maybe when he said, let's just leave it at that, that was your clue that he's not telling you everything. But he doesn't have to tell you everything because he is a grown person, Ava. Ooh, grinding my gears. So Griffin takes Alexis aside and is like, what? And Alexis, like, won't answer his questions as to, like, you know, why you want to take care of the person who tried to kill you and you killed his father. And he says it is his business because, you know, Julian had his father killed. And she, like, totally knew it. But he leaves that part out, even though we know he was thinking it. So Alexis says that this is just a super emotional situation for her, and she would appreciate the opportunity to confide in someone, and can she confide in him as a priest? But he's not acting as a priest right now, so the answer is nah. And but he will listen, and she says her daughters don't know she's here and they won't understand, and even she doesn't understand, and my bangs look so good, and then I went and messed them up. So who's the real bad person here, right, Alexis? So she's like, I just found myself here after I heard how bad Julian's injuries were, and you know, I can only move on if I forgive who wronged me, and that's Julian, and like forgiveness is totally his thing. And he's like, okay, well, I get that, but like you're kind of taking it to another level of like, you know, spending your days taking care of him. Like you're not acting like a person who wants to forgive does, you know, like he wants to forgive Julian, but he's not gonna like wait on him hand and foot every day. You feel me? So also at the hospital, Nathan talks to Griffin. Oh, this was before the whole Alexis thing. Oh well. And Nathan wants them to sit down and compare notes, and Griffin gets called away real fast. Dante gets this weird call from the school. Something's going on with, like, Rocco's permission slip, but they tried to get in touch with Lulu first, and they couldn't, and Dante thinks that that's a little strange. So Nathan and Dante are worried, and no one can get in contact with Lulu or Maxie. So Griffin says Griffin comes over and says Maxie and Lulu asked him about Charlotte last night. And he showed Maxie and Lulu a picture of the birth certificate, and they're looking up so then they realize, like, the doctor's name is on there. So then Dante and Nathan are like, well, let's look up this doctor's address and get the next flight to New York. And I might just be, like, a little, I don't know. I just can't help but think that I talk a lot about the magical transportation that happens in this show, of like how they get to Atlantic City in like an hour or even less, even though it's at least 7 hours away from where they should be. And they made a point in they made a point today twice to say, let's get a plane. We'll get the next flight, a flight to New York. And I just feel like I had something to do with that. So if you're someone in the General Hospital universe who works on the show and you watch my videos, thank you for taking that into consideration. And if you want to comment and say who you are, I wouldn't mind. I'm just kidding. But wouldn't that be funny though? Okay, I'm over it. So in New York City, Manhattan, Lulu can't get a signal in the room, and Maxie finds the windows are barred, and they're, like, really stuck. So Dr. Bellamy, who my mom thinks looks like Dr. Mays, but she, like, saw, like, half the episode because she fell asleep. But if you think Dr. Bellamy looks like Dr. Mays, then let me know in the comments, because I don't see it, but she sees it. She's convinced it's the same person. I'm not totally there, but if you're at least, maybe if you're like, oh, I didn't even think of that, comment, let me know. Let me know whatever you're thinking on this topic, because I need input. So, Dr. Bellamy calls Valentine. He confirms the paper, says Claudette was a surrogate, and Valentine says he'll have to clean this up sooner than he thought. And I'm like, haha, you're not killing Lulu and Maxie. So Lulu thinks that he's calling Valentine, so they'll need to, like, really, you know, kind of fight their way out of this. So the doctor comes in, and Lulu makes sure he knows both of their significant others are detectives, and then he locks them in there again. So Maxie decides to make weapons out of the gynecological tools, so I'm in love with Maxie, and they formulate a plan. But then Dr. Bellamy comes in and says they're free to leave, like, and they can leave the tools. Like, they're not going to have to fight their way out of this. And Valentine is there already, so I guess he got a flight. Hey. So Lulu slaps him, like, really good. Like, it's a good slap. And I'm proud of her, to be quite honest with you. Maxie throws around false imprisonment, and Dr. Bellamy leaves. Valentine is left there with them, and he's going to explain everything. So Lulu's like, no, I won't listen to you another minute because I know you're a murderer and a liar and a this and a that. And Valentine's like, I don't think I ever lied to you, but whatever. And then Nathan and Dante come running in, and Valentine says there's something they all need to know. I wonder what it could be, Valentine. So Maxie tells Nathan and Dante that they were held there by an older doctor and he would probably testify against Valentine, so maybe they should get on that. And now end scene. So Nell makes a quick exit. Jason updates Sunny, but he can tell that Sunny's head is not there and is totally somewhere else. The lab calls Curtis. They found something, or did they? I don't know. Julian assures Ava he knows what he's doing. And Valentine, are you ready? Sit down. Are you sitting? Okay. Valentine tells them all that Claudette wasn't Charlotte's biological mother. He confirms it, and Lulu is Charlotte's mother, and he's Charlotte's father. They're Charlotte's parents, and I'm sitting here, and now that the confirmation's here, I knew I would know exactly how I felt. And I loved it. I don't know. I thought I would hate it. You had me on video, in the middle or beginning of November going, oh, I'm going to hate this. But I love it. And I don't know why. I still don't know why. But oh my goodness, we have confirmation. Yay. They didn't leave it till Monday. But yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so what do you think about that? Are you like where I am, where you thought you would hate it and you love it, or did you think you would love it and now you hate it? Are you indifferent? Did you not have any feelings about it before and now you love it or hate it? I need to know. I need so much validation right now. But in any event, thank you so much for watching. I am aiming to have the month in review up tomorrow. I got inundated with Etsy orders and had literally no time. I need to watch 2 more videos and then I'm ready to put the month in review up. So that's still on my mind. Don't worry. It's still there, rattling around. And I will see you tomorrow for more. No, I will see you Monday for more General Hospital. And I hope you have a great day.